Ladies and gentlemen, this is the state of the scene.
Everything, dude.
There he
Oh
is.
shit, here we go.
That's
We're
solid,
back.
man.
Oh,
Is that a golf jersey?
relax.
Dude,
Oh shit.
Mitch, did we
really
also
good at-
fuck up
I'm
your
really good at
afternoon? Were
golf.
you watching golf?
yeah, it's all I watch.
No, are you
gotta
fucking
be
with us? You
fucking
being
with
real?
us.
He's
That's
fucking.
all I watch. No, I'm just kidding, dude. This guy's a nerd. I don't watch golf.
So you also don't bowl?
Yeah.
I'm kind of good at bowling.
It's not too
What about fishing?
bad.
I don't like to kill things.
Bro, I hate it too. I hate it to be. Hold on.
Release. No, I never ever keep fish. I'm a vegetarian. By the
That's
way.
true.
You know.
Remember that pike though? Oh, this is a good story. You guys, you might want to start rolling on this.
Hit us.
All right, pause the story. Pause the story before we get going. The Collapse is out now on Velocity Records. You can go stream that anywhere. We're joined today by Secrets. Just like a name and what you do in the band, if you don't mind.
Yeah. I'm Wade. I do vocals and help write songs.
Yeah, he's Wade. He does vocals and helps write songs. I'm Richard. I do vocals, play guitar, and help write songs. From time to time.
Do both of you help someone else, or do you help one another?
Yeah.
Is there an
Yeah,
act
we-
like do one of the other guys write all the songs for the band? That'd be
The-
wonderful.
Yeah, the only time Wade and I have written together was one of our best singles, to me.
Yeah. Last time.
Yeah. So while Connor
Okay,
Brannigan
alright.
was in a room working on, I mean, he's just like beyond better than me. Like I can learn his parts and everything, you know, like both of us can, like Wade is capable too, but he's just, he's on the spectrum.
Wait, hold on. Am I fucking crazy, or did you just go best song we ever wrote? We did it together, and then what? You just never wrote together again? Like you didn't want to like ruin the
Bad
streak?
experience, or
No. Last time was as far as like guitar work goes. That's what he means, I think.
Yeah.
So, like we wrote a good chunk of that like guitar wise together.
Yeah, so when we
pretty-
were working on the self-titled record,
Mhm.
Connor Brannigan was in a room with what's the producer's name again?
that was a pre-pro. That was Johnny.
Yeah.
That was Johnny. Oh, dude, I'm blanking on his last name. That was like 2016.
Isn't that crazy? Me too. But we know Johnny really well. Like Johnny's a
Got really left an
friend.
impact, didn't he?
Johnny's an actual friend. So
we did
he
the
was
record
at
with Chris. Oh God.
Como. No, Chris Crummett.
I was
Right,
gonna
yeah.
say there's like one Chris. I was gonna guess it, but I didn't want to interrupt.
Yeah, no.
Johnny Lou. At
Johnny Lou.
at Catacomb
Yeah.
Studios, and he partnered his other dude at Catacomb Studios is the singer from Point North. What's
Yep.
that guy? I can't
Bro, that
remember.
London? John London?
Yes, that guy. Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah. So yeah, we did that like while Brannigan was just riffing away in the other room in the main production room. We went into London's office and we wrote last time.
Yes.
And-
Wade's like been able to track since forever. I'm like, you just saw me getting on this thing, dude. I'm a dinosaur. I just barely learned how to do shit at home. Like all of my writing was on acoustic. But like so we pull Wade. I think they were just fed up with us or something. I don't know. But we ended up in a second studio and we was like, here, play something. I was like, yeah.
How
played
all good
that.
writing starts. Yeah.
Yeah, and then I think you topped off the verses a little bit, or maybe the bridge. I don't know, but we found ourselves.
Yeah, but hold
together.
on. Yeah, but that doesn't answer my question. Why didn't you do it again? Like you said you wrote together and it was fucking magic, and then you guys just never tried it out?
Well, back in 2018, I think that Connor Brannigan evolved a little bit in his writing. So, and he started adding strings and adding tunings, and it was like It's
Yeah.
hard to compete with. Yeah.
Yeah,
But
those-
sometimes less is more.
We can absolutely
Yeah.
write the Richard and I can absolutely write the quote unquote like secret songs, like Ready for Repair, Dance to the Dead, things like that. But now that it's like metal and like 7 strings and on a good chunk of the songs and stuff, that's all Brannigan riffing away. I mean, he does a lot. Just some of the songs are like, mathematical and things like that. And I struggle phrasing even like the vocals to it because it's so complex. And then once I figure it out, it's still hard after that. Even live, I'm just like, oh my God, calm down. Here we go.
So at this point, you guys do the vast majority of, if I'm understanding correctly, the vast majority of your writing like piecemeal.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, exactly.
So like
Yeah.
you get the riff, then you figure out this, and then you send it over, and we write the fucking bass line to it, and then all that stuff, and then we
Yeah.
circle back till we're happy with something. Okay. And is that just a product of like, Rich is in Nashville, you're in fucking West Coast, California?
Yeah. Orange County.
California.
I think it's just the way the band is. Like,
Yeah. Brannigan's like master writer, master guitarist. Like when God made him, he picked him up and he said guitar and he just dropped it. That was it.
He's like, you can't walk in a straight line. Even if you're sober, you're still getting a DUI, dude. Like,
But you could play the fuck out of the guitar.
dude shreds. And the
I would trade
piano.
everything for that. So
And
to be fair, like
every
he made
other
out.
Yeah, every other instrument, as long as it's MIDI or in his hands, he can play it.
Yeah. This is true.
Right.
Dude
All right,
can't.
so
Dude,
you gotta.
if you got that dude to go kick snare, it'd be like, good, like all weird, dude.
Yeah, but
he'd
clearly he
snap.
doesn't have to, right? Like clearly he never has to. He's
Doesn't have to.
covered.
No, yeah. I'll help like program drums and stuff like that. And like, just when he writes a math problem for a song, I'll come in and go, okay, let's keep this half of the addition. Let's take away the multiplication and kind of take out the parts that are just completely insanely unnecessary. Like
Is any part of songwriting fun? Because you make it sound like a fucking miserable experience, bro.
No, it's not fun at all.
I actually
It's like
I
all
fuck-
this math shit sounds. This does not sound as entertaining as I thought it would be.
Good, Wade.
Yeah, dude, I hate writing lyrics like so much. It's so hard, dude. I mean, they end up really good. Like we end up with a great product and stuff, but it's like getting there and getting to that point, and you're just like pacing in a hotel room, just like, okay, do I have to rhyme this or should I not rhyme this? Or what do I do here? Or what's this song about? Especially with 2 vocalists too, because you're like, you have to connect on one point together, right?
Yeah.
Like instead of like one dude just doing the whole song and going, I have this idea. It's like you have to connect together. If like we already have a chorus and I'm building off the chorus, or if I did all the verses and this, and then Richard has to build off of that for the chorus. Yeah, it can be treacherous.
Is that every song though, or do you like divide some of them? Like, hey, I got these 2 finished. Don't worry about it. And then like, yeah, okay, yeah, I'm gonna get these other 2. Like, no worries.
It's every song. Yeah.
Every song.
And is that just
I
because
think-
both of you are going to be singing on it, so it's sort of like unavoidable?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly.
It always, for some reason, we get the tracks and Wade goes, "Hey, what do you want to write about? Write about this." Like, hey, what's the topic? And I'm like, I don't fucking know, dude.
So you're not like notebook guys. So you don't have like a little or like a notes
we
app
do.
of like
We
ideas.
do. Yeah,
Yeah.
we do. And none of them ever work.
No.
Like I have just sheets and sheets of notes, and every time I think it's worked twice in 10 years or 12 years, however long we've been a band, whatever.
10
Yeah.
years according to the tour.
Yeah. Yeah.
Since the record came out. That record came out.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that record came out. Yeah.
But
But
yeah,
yeah,
Richard writes like Death Cab for Cutie lyrics, like kind of in a notepad. And then sometimes when I'm screaming about like fucking shit up or whatever, it just doesn't really work when you need to sweep the leaves on a windy day or
okay, yeah, I was gonna get on that one. So on Falling Out, that's funny. I like those lyrics. It's like sweeping leaves on a windy day. So it's like you're
It's a good
doing it
line.
for nothing. Yeah, right?
It's a good line. So
Yeah.
what's the issue with the line?
I just like I didn't know you
I
was
made
for Winnie the Pooh.
all right.
That's all. I thought we were writing a secret
It's
song.
a good line. It's a good line, but I get it for
Blustery.
what it was.
God, this makes me want to jump to another question. But before we do that, real quick, you caught a pike just before I fucking forget.
Yeah,
Oh,
Virginia.
That
Or
It's
no,
a-
no, no, wasn't
Oh.
Virginia. Was it Virginia?
It was Connecticut.
Connecticut.
Connecticut
Those
River.
are really
Ayo,
different
we're in
states.
Connecticut. I'm in Connecticut right now. Where?
Hartford, just like across from the venue over there, the Webster Theater.
Okay.
There's like a lake across from the venue.
No, so we got on
it's just
skateboards, and we went and explored. Like we do it from time to time. We didn't do much, too cold last tour, but like we skated down, saw this river. He had his fishing shit with him. Oh, did you plan on fishing?
On purpose, yeah. I was looking up like bodies of water around it, and I always bring like my pole and tour and stuff like that, just in case there's an off there or a river close by, whatever, just for some fun getaway. And I saw that, and I just put it in my backpack, and we went there, and I had like no hopes of catching anything. It was just to like kind of get away for a little bit. And I'd bought like a $12 pole from like Walmart or something like that. It was only meant to like hold a 6-pound like line. And I like threw it out like maybe 3 or 4 times, and I hooked up like on this like massive like pike, like this river pike that they had there. And I was like, Richard was on the phone with Ashley, like his girl or whatever, and he was just talking.
This thing goes, that thing bent so far, and he's like, "Oh my god, I got a fucking." What did you say? What do you call it? A frog or?
It's a toad.
It's a toad. I got a toad, dude. And he fought this thing. Yeah, he fought this thing in with like a 5-pound line or something crazy. It was like the cheapest shit. And you keep going. You know the story better.
Dude, yeah, I thought it was gonna break the whole time. I'm reeling this thing in, trying to like let it swim a little bit, pull it back in, let it swim a little bit, pull it back in, and I didn't know what it was, and I pull it in, and it's a pike, and a pike have teeth, right? So you can't like really, and I didn't have my pliers or anything that day. I just like went out there with the intention to catch bass because he like grabbed something that normally a bass would eat. So I pull this thing in, and I go, "Oh my god, it has teeth." I don't know what to do. I start running up and down like the river looking for people with pliers and shit. And then all of a sudden this dude just comes like fucking sprinting, like this like younger Asian dude goes,
he was older
all the way down. Oh, older,
Ran like it was young though.
Yeah. He ran like for sure young. And he goes, "Oh," like, and he just like freaking saw it, and he like asked me if he could take it home, like straight up feed his family. And I was like, dude, do what you got to do, man. Take it home. Like, just get this freaking hook out of his mouth.
Bro, how are you going to feed your family?
What
did Secrets eat that
a
night?
few things, though. You're skipping a few things because Wade was trying to resuscitate this thing. He was, like waving it in the water, like trying to get it back.
Yeah.
I think this dude came over.
I didn't know what to do because I didn't have pliers. So I was like letting him swim around the water still.
Yeah.
So
did you cut your finger, or did that guy?
That guy
like that fucking
bit him.
Pike bit the shit. Well, he just sliced his finger on those teeth.
Bro,
yeah, gnarly.
I would fucking kill a fish if it bit me. I'm not even kidding.
I think
absolutely no fucking way. I'm learning so much about fishing, by the way. I don't know what I know about less, golf or fishing.
Dude, it's I mean, the thing is you can double it up because there's ponds on the course and they're stocked with the best fish. So like you can literally throw your fucking pole in your golf clubs and get out there, get after it.
You golf too, Wade?
Me?
Yeah.
Well, he doesn't
no,
golf
Rich,
much. Mostly just me. He doesn't golf that much.
Oh, okay. Well, yeah, but I mean, Wade started and he's like, "Oh yeah, shit, I'm betting on this golf. I'm watching it."
No, I golf hard. Richard's being funny right now.
You
gotta stop fucking with me. I'm too dumb for this.
He wouldn't let that one go. No, Wade is really good at golfing. I can't do it. It's too much money, too much overhead. All right.
Yeah, that was my same feeling.
This dude, we went to Florida to record the collapse, which we didn't know it was going to be the collapse. And he took me, like, he texted me from the hotel room we were staying next to each other. He goes, "Hey, you want to go golfing with me?" I was like, "What the fuck?" Before the studio session? Okay, whatever.
It's like a team building thing.
No, I mean, we're just boys. But yeah, also, it's important to do stuff like that.
Yeah. Had a nice little day off.
I got 2 questions.
Okay, go ahead.
First question. What do you do if you catch a fucking fish on tour? Like, what do you throw it in an ice chest for 30 days until you get home?
No, I always catch and release. It's just for fun. So and I pretty much exclusively only fish for like bass too. That's why it was like such a shock that like that fucking thing grabbed my line. Because a bass, you don't need pliers, you don't need anything. You can just take the hook right out and you can like take a picture holding its mouth so they don't have any teeth. and then give him right back. So
Okay,
he's
that
chilling.
makes
Yeah,
sense.
I would never eat a fish that I caught for sure. I've definitely been with people who do that, and I just try to look away a little bit.
Dude, you can't eat a fish out of the Connecticut, whatever that river is. What runs through?
Yeah, that's true. That's
Bro,
true. That's
Was
true.
this
What is
actually.
that
a
river? Do you
17 or
guys know
18
it?
in Hartford?
It's a Connecticut river.
It's actually the Connecticut River.
The river, yeah. That's like
I've
I'm
heard
like
of it.
that's what it is, guys. I don't know if you can see this, but I fucking found the pic.
Oh shit. Yeah, dude. Oh fuck.
Shut the fuck up.
He had long
Shut the
hair back
fuck
then.
up.
Yo, that thing was big. Like Wade's
Yeah.
tall. Wade's tall and long.
No,
That
yeah,
thing
Wade
was-
is tall.
So you're looking at a 6'4"
Wow, that
guy.
thing's
What's your
giant.
wingspan? At least 6'4".
It's
You're
if
holding this guy. That
it's
thing
supposed to be
was
the same as your height, like your wingspan
Yeah.
or whatever.
yeah,
Like,
technically.
I love
Yeah.
that you throw him back in. I appreciate that. Second question. I feel like you offhandedly said you went to Florida to record and you didn't know it was going to be an album.
No, it was
oh
COVID.
no, yeah, not at all. And like we didn't even the only song that we got out of that session, because we had like we went to do it with Tom Denny again, which was
Hmm.
like the secret thing to do forever. And we circled back to him again, and he just had a shit ton of songs, and it was just kind of across the board like a jumbled album again. And the whole point that we decided on for this record was we kind of wanted to establish a specific sound and not just like throw in like an alternative song, a pop punk song, this song, whatever, because we kind of did that a lot for a little bit. So this one you can definitely tell it's like more metalcore, but we went there and the only song we actually kept was The Collapse from that.
Oh,
So then we like
interesting.
got that song.
No,
we-
no.
The
We
song
kept
we
more.
started falling out a little bit.
We
A
kept
little bit.
5 songs from that record or from that
Session?
session. Yeah, we kept 5.
Have we
Or
have
at
we
least
heard
4.
them?
Yeah, they're on the
Glory-
record.
Glory.
Okay, yeah, but I was curious.
Glory was sort of a thing. Falling Out was kind of a thing, and then The Collapse was the only other one that we kept. And then we
Am
decided to.
Am I having amnesia? Because
You-
no way,
Dude, we
dude.
did the whole
We
fucking
kept
thing,
a
dude.
few.
We had Tom like right with us, like an entire fucking new album basically after that, because we
So-
like had The Collapse, and we were like, this is what we should do.
Okay, go ahead with the question.
Right. So we
Banter
had a fan
forever.
question. Seth asked, before The Collapse, they'd released a few singles that were supposedly for the next album, and then scrapped it. Do you think that material will ever come out, or is it vaulted?
There's only one other song that we didn't release from those. It was supposed to be like a 5-song EP. And we have like one song that we're sitting on, and we released everything, like Hold On, Come Down, Iron Hearted, and My Mind, Myself, and I. And then there was one called Bent and Broken that we're still sitting on. I think we're gonna release it because it's a really good fucking
Best
song.
chorus I've ever made.
Oh shit!
Really,
What
really
made you
good
pivot
song.
away from the EP? COVID?
COVID and just signing with Velocity into like a new deal or whatever. And it's just we've scrapped a lot of songs from back in the day. We've always kind of been the band that just kind of moves on and like tries to write new material as we go instead of like circling back or whatever. But
Yeah.
I think we'll definitely like attach that one to something in the future for sure.
I got sticky hands. So when it
What the
comes
fuck
to a
does that
song I
mean?
really a song I was about to finish. A song that I really like, I hold on to it and keep beating it into their heads. I'm like, I love this song. I need it to be released. I love this song. And that's Bent and Broken to me. Like it's one of the most important ones to me. I don't know why. I just love the chorus.
Yeah, it's really good. You guys want to hear it? Just kidding.
What a dick move! Yes, yeah. Hey, listen, we don't have to play it for everybody. You can send it to me later.
Yeah, absolutely. It's
I don't know if you guys are trustworthy.
That's
like you
fair.
guys are-
That's
I
fair.
feel like
How
you
many
guys
songs
are-
have I leaked? How many songs?
I feel like you guys got holes in your septic tank.
who's
I don't
who's
know.
the guy?
It's
who's-
literally just us in this room. It's impossible for anything to leave here.
By
who's
the way,
guy over that I see him on Twitter all the time. I feel like you guys are. I thought he was with you guys for a minute.
I know
is
who you're
like
going to talk about.
Herring?
Yeah,
Or-
yeah. He has questions for you.
Are you guys? Is he a part of what you guys do?
He
It's
He would say so.
he is a very good friend of ours because he has been a fan since literally the first day we started doing this.
Okay.
Oh,
Okay.
that's awesome.
I got you.
But
He's-
no, Alan isn't technically a part of the podcast.
Oh, Alan like Harrington or
Yeah.
something.
Correct.
Is
Yeah.
is he behind the couch right now?
Marcos is literally
He
show him.
isn't, but he's got fucking merch now, so I'm wearing it.
Oh shit! Yeah, I see that. Yeah,
It's
yeah.
a literal deathcore fish. I'm not sure
It's
if
a
you guys can
fish.
check that out.
Hey, that's a
That's cool.
toad, dude.
Wade,
That's a
you might
fucking
might
toad.
actually like his merch line.
Yeah, yeah. You're not wrong. You're not wrong at all.
I feel like
wait.
you intentionally pivoted because you wanted an Alan question and he had two. First one was, what's it like working with Velocity Records?
Next
That bad, huh? Brutal?
No,
This
it's
No,
fine.
it's fine.
Yeah.
It's fine.
Fine.
Record labels are
Yeah.
interesting.
Is it
fine.
only two for you guys?
Oh.
Was it Rise to Velocity?
Nah, it was Velocity was an imprint of Rise. Now they're an imprint of what?
Equal Vision.
Yes.
And we were
Oh,
on
yeah.
a small label called Made in the Shade.
And that's
Yeah.
the self-titled record. Yeah. That was our
Yeah.
friend's label. And she funded literally everything that we could ever want, like from a record. So it was huge for sure. We just didn't
Yeah.
necessarily get the push from it as well. And that's like just something we're always searching for is like push. It's like, you know, a band of 10 years, it's like we kind of have a fan base already. We can reach the people that we have. It's like we need to reach more people. And that's like kind of what, you know, we want to do with everything. I was really bummed when Parasite came out because I thought that was going to be, I thought
so
it was
too.
going to do so well, and it didn't. We didn't get any playlisting. I left it up to labels to do it and stuff, and no playlisting, no nothing, and it just kind of got walked all over. And that's kind of how I felt. Like I feel like nobody's really heard this album yet, and it sucks.
Hey, when's
want
this
people
coming
to-
out, by the way? Because is it like 5 months, 6 months?
Theoretically, I would have dropped this like 3 days from now, but I guess if you're asking me if we could like hold
Yeah.
it, I would consider it.
No,
Yeah, we released one of the heaviest tracks we've ever done, and
I just wanted
Wade,
more.
Wade
that's
didn't
all.
Wade didn't take initiative for once because hey, whoa,
Dude,
hold on.
Jesus.
That wasn't saying anything about Wade. This is
I thought that they were going to land
compliment
playlisting. I
yeah.
this on my own for sure. So I just left it in their hands, and we didn't get any playlists.
And then
But wait, why
Wade
did you ask me if we were going to release this 5 or 6 months from now?
He's being funny. He's
Yeah.
being.
God damn it. God damn it. I need you to like slightly shift your tone because apparently I am like completely aloof to this.
yeah, no, you're good. So
His
yesterday,
deadpan, it's too fucking good.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah, it is.
yesterday
No,
was some,
great. We love Dave for sure. Absolutely, great dude. Absolutely.
There
and
we
he,
go.
he
He's
like
there.
had the he pushed the band off the ground for sure. Like back in the early 2010s and stuff, he got like some of the best tours for the band and stuff. And he's the head of the label, so that's
Yeah.
that's the man right there for sure. You want that guy on your side for sure.
Look,
awesome
Lem-
dude. He like I mean, he's just such a good dude. He like texted me because he wasn't able to make it to the San Diego show.
Yeah.
Texted me personally. He's like, "Hey, I'm so sorry." Like really long message, multiple messages, kind of like Wade does. And he's like, "I just want you to know, I wish I was there. We got to hang soon." So that's important to know that he cares. I know he cares, but I feel like
Oh yeah.
I don't
Yeah.
want to get into it. We don't.
So
have
let
to.
me ask
Yeah.
you something then. You admittedly you don't feel like you had the success you hope to have with either an individual song or the whole album. How does that shape what you do next? Do you go, okay, I still feel like we have a good album. Let me see if I can't cherry pick the right single off of here that will help push it, or do you kind of have to like, are you like forced to wash your hands and like look forward?
Are you saying about like rebranding a single? From
No,
this?
not rebranding. I just
No.
mean like, okay, next album. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah, that's really like, I mean, we've already started writing. I think we have about 5-6 songs like under pre-pro right now.
Okay, sure.
And they're definitely I mean, fucking, I feel like every band says this, but they're definitely like even heavier than the last record. Oh, it's just like it's fucking hilarious that
You guys ever played the game Doom?
yeah.
Yeah.
Well, so like the newest one, like the remake I played.
Yeah.
Yeah. You know the soundtrack on that?
Yeah, like some Mick Gordon.
It's like metalcore that
Hey, dude, let's go. It's
Yeah,
exactly
come on, man.
that.
Give us some credit
It's
over
exactly that.
Bring Me did that record with him. I'm pretty
Yeah,
sure.
yeah. Connor's been listening to
Yes.
that. It's fucking heavy.
Yeah. I mean, this guy just keeps adding strings, man. We started with 6, now we're at 7. I think he's fucking with an 8. Like, I'm just like, dude, holy
You ever
crap.
seen those double neck guitars? I'm gonna have to start learning how to play one of those.
I would love to see that. I would fucking love to see that.
But yeah, I think it's really just about obviously getting the right like push from somebody else that has the reach, because it's like we can, we have like, I don't know, like close to like 300K Facebook numbers here, numbers there, whatever. We can reach those people, right? But it's like it's about getting in front of new people. It's about getting on the right tours. It's about like Wage War, please take us on tour. It's like about, like those kind of things, to like reach a new fan base and people that haven't heard us yet, and like reaching those people that need to hear it and will absolutely love it. So I think that's for sure. Like once we have everything in place, then we evaluate from there for sure. But yeah, it's really just about reaching that new audience that isn't like, a Day One Secrets fan, because we went out and did that tour, right? So it's like we have those people there and they're fans. Just got to find some new ones. That's all.
No, I can understand that. You said, okay, so you said what every metalcore band says, right? Like next album, heaviest shit you've ever heard in your life.
Yeah,
How
yeah.
much how much of a dialogue is had to reach that point where you're all on the same page that like this is the direction we're going in? Like, are you literally the four of you sitting in a Zoom call and going, yeah, this album should be the heaviest one we've ever done? Or does this naturally happen to any degree?
A little bit of both, I would say. It kind of naturally happens with Brannigan writing on guitar, because his favorite bands are like Periphery and like just heavy bands for sure. And then a lot of this last record was kind of Richard going, all right, I've done a bunch of stuff. People know how high I can sing. People know the chorus isn't catchy. Like, let's let you have a little bit of a spotlight kind of thing. So that's
wow, he's talking about me.
what it was. Yeah. I think,
Cheeky
right?
guy.
Yeah.
A
So
little bit, yeah. I just think that Wade has a lot to showcase, and I've showcased a lot of me already. My voice is changing a little bit. I feel like I'm always getting better, but I don't know. Yeah, I'm gonna stand by that one. Wade had a lot to showcase, and I think that we did it with this record. I think that we did it the most with the EP, and we're gonna do it more with the next stuff that we come out with.
For sure. Yeah.
Yeah, it's gonna be nasty.
What in what other way could you say that it's maybe different than this most current album, like the material that you're sitting on?
It's more like the EP stuff.
Okay, so you're talking like Me, Myself. I always want to say and I, but I think it's
yeah.
in my mind.
Yeah, a little more technical metal, a little more 7-string and stuff. We had a majority of this last record was just written guitar and instrumental wise by Tom Denny. Ian was only involved for like a little bit of it. And Brandon is a guitarist. So yeah, so he's kind of all these 5-6 songs that we have that we're sitting on pre-pro are all him. So it's just in terms of like different writing styles. I feel like the Collapse was not necessarily like generic metalcore, but a little less techy and things like that. That Brannigan would necessarily like kind of step up just a little bit as far as writing and like technical stuff goes. I
mean, you guys are fans of everything. Like when you listen to Lost, when it hits that breakdown, what do you think compared to the rest of the record?
The very end of the song.
You
know what? Honestly, you say that, and the first thing that comes to mind for me is I think of the end of Delinquents and how much more of that I wanted. So are we in two different wavelengths right now?
That is so funny, dude. That is so funny.
Why, don't tell me you hate the end of Delinquents. I'll be sad.
He hates it. I love the entire song.
I remember listening to the podcast you guys did when we released that, and you said like it was up for like breakdown of the year or some shit like that. And we literally like scrapped that almost from being a single because of that part. It literally to me, it comes like out of left field, like so hard. It's like there's this like weird transitional piece that like kind of slows it down and down and down with like not really any vocals. It was supposed to be like flooded with just like background noise, like talking and all sorts of stuff, and it just transitions, and out of nowhere it just has a one-liner into that breakdown. It was just so random to me. But
Maybe that's what I liked about it, like without being
I-
able to exactly put my finger on it.
I'm
yeah,
sorry to cut you off, but I've told him many times he overthinks it. That song is so good to me.
song is so fucking good.
Yeah, it
That's
starts out with "I'm
100%.
so tired."
Right, that's
Dude,
the one
it's
that has like the
fucking-
it's not like voicemail, but it's kind of like got that vibe to it.
No,
Yeah.
it's just, yeah. It's so sick. Well, it's just like talking to yourself, like
Yeah,
dealing with the same fucking shit,
yeah. I
and
wanted
then
to include
it
a
hits. And I
line.
think that oh, I'm sorry to cut you off. I think that just the entire topic of that song, how hard we worked on the chorus, and Wade was like, I don't like it just because of one part, which everybody likes, dude.
I don't know. I think there's something to be
That's
said
okay.
about, getting caught off guard and having like, a quote unquote random part in a song
For
too.
sure. For
Yeah.
sure. I agree.
I like the unpredictable structure. Like I think if I were to go back and look at like my top 20 albums of last year, it's like the ones that are unpredictable and catch me off guard and like do something I'm unfamiliar with or like didn't expect.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. I got you. Yeah, no, that song is really good. And then that one part just threw me out. I think we changed that breakdown like 3 or 4 times, I want to say too, and just landed kind of on that. And yeah, sort of regretting it not being a single because it's when you look at like Spotify for artists and stuff, it's definitely like up there, like right underneath the singles and things like that in terms of like play count. So people definitely like it, and the chorus is really fucking good.
Thanks, dude.
Yeah.
So no more
absolutely.
singles off the collapse. I feel like you're kind of saying that right now.
Oh yeah, no, it's already out and done. If
Yeah.
anything, it would be like rebranding for like with another video or something like that, just to like try to re-push it one more time. But we used all of our music video budget up real quick, so
Within about 2 weeks.
that's done. So we would have to go back and try to get something approved by them. But it would, if I had to pick a song, it would probably be that one again for sure.
Oh yeah.
All right.
Oh, yeah.
And I really wanted Glory to be like in a freaking like UFC like video game soundtrack.
Okay, so picture this. You open up NHL
Oh, and yeah,
23 and right on the main menu it's just like, "'Cause I want glory." Like,
It actually
come on,
makes
dude.
It makes not only does it make a lot of sense, but that whole
That's-
fucking NHL 23 soundtrack is full of metalcore bands.
It is so good. Yeah. I
Yeah.
was just playing it before. I was playing it before this. It is so good. And I've always thought of it. I was like, dude, I want a single on Madden or Chell or anything like that. And so we've written 2 now within our last 2 records, Rise Up and then Glory.
Yeah, with the intention of landing a video game, and it just
Take us in, dude.
I can see the vision because I feel like the first time I heard that song specifically, I was transported into like some random 2K game, and it could have been, fucking
Yeah.
wrestling or fucking golf for all I know, but like it definitely had that energy to it.
absolutely a game.
Is that your least favorite song on the record?
No, I really liked it. I don't misinterpret. Like I'm just saying I feel like vision wise, like I think you guys did get that across, and it's not to sound cliche, but it does have a very inspiring feel to it as well.
If I said yes, would you be pissed?
No, not at all.
Not at all, because we almost scrapped it too.
Yeah, that was our least favorite song off the record.
What's very interesting about that, and this was another question I had, is that so I read a track by track you did with Knotfest, like around the time the album came out, and you sort of gave like a short description about like what each song was about and stuff like that.
I did that one, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Not good.
And so Fading Away was about Aaron, and
Yeah.
Glory was about, I believe, coming out of COVID.
Is that how I worded it?
I
think
so,
that every
so
time
like
we're
something like that.
yeah, every time we're in the studio, just being in a band in general and owning a business like we do, it's you gotta have a song like that because you're thinking about that the entire time. Like you want glory, you want to be fucking on the stage living the dream, right? You want to be successful. So these songs like Rise Up, they come out automatically. It's like it's the easiest thing to write about because if you're passionate about it, right?
Yeah.
Right. It's just like the genuine emotion, right?
Yeah.
That's a
No
genuine
way was it
emotion.
about
Like
coming out of COVID though. No way.
no. Yeah.
It was,
No
I think what
COVID.
you're thinking of is like maybe a song that had to do with anxiety or something like that was developed like coming out of COVID. I can't remember which one you did for that, but Glory, I don't think so.
Well, Glory. Okay, so Glory was like, I feel like it was pitched to me as like the positive track on the album, whereas everything else was kind of like built around conceptually like anxiety and like depression and like that kind of struggle.
Sure.
And I feel like when I read the description for the songs, it felt very general. Is there any level of context you can share of the last 2 years that like literally inspired a song or a line?
He's calling me general over here. just normal.
Richard is anxiety king. So a lot of the things that were written about in terms of like anxiety and stuff like are stemmed from like specific moments too, like very specific moments like on tour. And I don't necessarily struggle with that at all. So I just when I write about it, I write essentially about seeing Richard go through that stuff because I know exactly what to do like when he goes through those things because we're boys and I know like how he operates and stuff. So I kind of write in terms of like putting myself in his body, and then obviously he writes just off of basic like personal experiences and stuff through it.
Yeah, absolutely. He pulls me out of crazy ruts a lot. So for every fucking 50 panic attacks I have, he's had I think 2 that I've seen him actually have where I was like, oh, and when you're in that situation where somebody's like stressed out, it relieves all of your anxiety and you're like, I have to take care of this person. And it's only happened to me like really where I had to deal with how you deal with me one time.
Yeah.
And it's so a lot of that was oh man, when did that happen? When did I start getting this crazy anxiety? Was it Mexico World Tour?
Yeah, 2018. Yeah.
2018.
So pre-COVID,
yeah.
obviously.
Pre-COVID. Yeah, we were doing a world tour and we hit a lot of shit, dude. Like right off the bat, we were about 10 grand in the hole because our van our trailer axle broke like as we were touring through Canada. It's a fucking long story. Long story long. Left our van in Edmonton and our trailer, packed up everything in a rental van, drove across Canada, kept touring, and then at the last day, dude, where was that place right across Detroit?
Oh God.
Windsor?
Yeah, Windsor, yeah. Yep.
Windsor?
Yep.
Connor Brannigan, that stimmy bastard, crashes the rental car. And hey, we were trying to save money, so I was like, hey, just me on the insurance. If it was all in my name, just me on the insurance. I'm gonna be the one driving it. And he crashed the rental car. So
how bad of a crash are we talking? Like destroyed the rental?
No. It was at an intersection and we had a stop sign. He didn't see the stop sign. The other guy was coming through. I just hit him right in the freaking face. And and we just got done paying off like 12K of that like like maybe 6-7 months ago, something like that. So it was a long,
but yeah, it was a long
so it sat with you for 4 years.
Yeah,
4 years.
Exactly.
Yeah, easy.
Making payments on it every month. Yeah. And
on top of everything. So that's when my anxiety first hit. So as soon as our trailer axle broke, I was like, all right.
That was when we pulled into the first day of that venue of a world tour that was over the course of 4 months. The very day. Yeah.
And it was right after I had moved from dude, this is so personal. This is like Joe Rogan.
Not even. You moved. That is not fucking personal at all.
No. Well, I had just gotten, whatever. I started a new life in Denver, moved all the way to Pennsylvania. 2 weeks later, just moved into my new apartment, left my girlfriend, and I started this tour with big dreams. I was like, hey, it's going to be okay, huh? We're going everywhere. Tragic. We're going to the Philippines. We're going to fucking Japan. We're going across Canada in the winter.
South Africa. Yeah.
South Africa. And as soon as that happened, I spiraled, dude.
Yeah.
And that's kind of like where my anxiety initially hit for the first time, I believe. I think so.
Yeah. And then
yeah, and after
round, and we did My Mind, Myself, and I, and that was like about all that.
Yeah, and it's all stuff that has carried over a lot for me. I just like, I don't know. It's really good at times. I'm getting better with it. Wade helps me a lot when we're on tour, but you know, it's a stressful job to own a business, and I don't know. It's sketchy, dude.
Is a lot of your anxiety predicated on tour life?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I was curious. I was going to ask you, did COVID make it better?
Yes. Better? Not better.
Okay,
but
so for people listening, Wade shaking his head no.
Yeah.
COVID was awesome.
At home, it's the best. COVID's the best, but then you got to leave again. You got to relearn.
What a soundbite!
All over again. Yeah.
Okay, yeah, I get what he's saying right now. Yeah.
Same time, you really didn't like have any anxiety on this last tour, like except
I only had
the last day of Chain, and that was it.
Yeah, I only had
yeah
2 days where it was bad. Yeah, Chain was bad.
All. We were also in a bandwagon this time, and we had a driver and stuff instead of us like driving the van and shit. So it was a little bit easier to
like you remove stressors.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah.
And that was the whole point of doing that. I was just like, guys, we can make money in a van, or we can break even and take the driver out and do this and the rig and be comfortable and like have a place to retreat to and this and that. And I've been trying to get Richard to do that for probably like 3-4 years. And he finally said yes. Yeah. He finally said yes. So
I'm old school about it. I'm like every dime counts.
Well,
every
I mean,
penny
shit.
counts.
When you're 12K in the hole at the beginning of your world tour, yeah, I would imagine you start thinking about making money.
Well,
for sure. Yeah.
Yeah. Since then, it's been all right though. I mean, that tour was really good.
Was that the last time you were in Canada? Because I had a fan ask when you were coming there.
We've done like Toronto and like Ottawa.
No, we did.
Well, they fucked up up missed you then.
You guys want to hear a crazy story about us? Was that the last time we went into Canada with the shifter?
Yeah. Holy crap, dude. Yeah.
Yes, I want to. Yes, I do. Yes, I do.
Yeah. Okay, so. This is a long one too.
But before you get into the story, I feel like you guys got to take like maybe a long break from Canada for a while.
Yeah, fuck Canada.
I fucking hate Canada. All right, I love Canada. I'm gonna maybe retreat there. No, fucking hate Canada.
Hate it so much I've never been. I feel you.
Really? You sound like you're from there though.
Shut up. I have a. There's no way I don't sound like I live near Boston.
Yeah, say about.
Oh, you're up north.
Yeah, no, he's not from Canada.
No, he's not. But you guys are Boston based?
No, but okay. So like right now I'm in Connecticut, but I grew up within an hour of Boston. So like that's my closest accent.
Okay. Yeah. I love that accent too. It's a good one.
I love it in movies, but whenever people point out that I have it, I hate myself for it.
Yeah.
Bah. Yeah. Bah. Yeah.
Precisely.
Yeah. Short story. Essentially, our shifter just broke. Like,
what's a fucking shifter, by the way? Just real quick for stupid people.
From park to reverse and all that shit. And Brannigan always gets really upset, like whenever he drives and he slams fucking everything. So like, eventually,
he goes fuck, and like slams.
Yeah, it just broke, and we tried. From that moment on, you couldn't shift gears. So it's like if we were in the middle of like any sort of intersection or wherever parking or anything like that, we couldn't shift gears. So we were only going forward. Whatever gear we were in, we had to go in that direction. We take it into a shop, and they had nobody in there to like work on it or whatever. But this guy goes, here, if you do this, you can manually shift it if you get underneath the van and change it like this. And he like put like tape there next to it so that we would know where it was. So anytime we had to go in reverse or park or anything at all, we would have to slide underneath the van and change gears manually. And it was fucking snowing in Canada the entire
time. You fucking draw straws to see who would die that day? Like what the fuck?
No.
Exactly,
bro. It was mostly Wade doing it.
It's true. I would grab the top of our merch bin lid and fucking
those yellow merch bins
and change it and then get back out covered in fucking snow.
And like, here's the thing about it is the marks were so shot and we were driving over snow like at fucking 75 miles an hour that thing weathered quick. So you go under, you're like, oh shit.
Which one is it?
You got to
Which
trust
one
your
is
instinct
it?
that day.
So yeah, dude, you change it, pull out, and be like, all right, try to drive, and it would go reverse or some shit.
There's
it's
no
like-
way 2 years of COVID wasn't the greatest gift.
It was the best,
great.
dude. It was the
It's the
fucking best.
The things
Oh
that
my
we have gone through are fucking insane to me. Like that alone warranted a flight home for all of us, dude. We should have been gone, dude, in the freaking winter. So check it out. Those Fords, it's your shifter's right here next to the steering wheel. It's a fucking wire cable that connects to that thing that turns. And that broke because people were slamming it. Somebody was slamming it. And it's just like, notch it over. Are we in drive yet? So like every time we went under there, dude, like, oh, okay. We were in somewhere in fucking Canada. I can't remember. What's the
Venturing off so
capital?
fucking hard right now. Can we just talk about how you still have your fucking Halloween pillow on the couch behind you too? Like,
What does it
is
say?
not
Let me see it.
Halloween anymore. You got rid of that the last podcast we did. Now
What
it's
the
back.
fuck? You guys are talking to other podcasts?
What the fuck?
What
That's
else is
an
going on behind you?
exclusive.
Is that an aquarium and like a computer chair? What the fuck is happening back there?
Does it look like an aquarium?
A little bit.
It-
Well, that one
yeah.
looks dope.
Yeah.
That's a ukulele, dude.
Your cool stuff is so much better. If I took this wall flag down, it just looks like a fucking Funko GameStop wall.
That's a wall flag?
Yeah.
Yeah, bro.
Oh,
It's
really?
rim, right?
Printed on the wall. It looks like it's printed on the wall. It looks really pro.
I am very happy with that thing and
Oh,
how
it
it
is
came
a
out. Yes.
Yeah. It looks pro, dude. It looks flat, like it's on the wall.
Check out
What
one
is
of our check
What
out
is
our
that?
original interview with Noah, like the first one we did early last year, and it's literally like the extra bedroom in my house, and it's like a bed and like a lamp we don't use.
Is
We
that
looked like hostages in our own interview. It was brutal.
who is Noah
Blinked.
Bad Omens?
Yes,
Yeah,
Noah
yeah.
from Bad Omens. Sorry.
Got you.
Blink twice if
They're
you're
blowing
okay.
up, dude. They are.
They're absolutely incredible, their rise.
That
Which
whole tour
another
is sold
question
out.
from Alan. Any bands that inspire you right now?
Oh,
Doesn't have to be seen, by the way. And it doesn't
Yeah.
have to be a band, it could be an
Richard and I
artist.
don't listen to metalcore too much.
No, none of you fucking guys do. I
Really,
get it.
we like my favorite band is fucking Laney, and it's a pop band. And Richard's favorite band is Death Cab for Cutie, and that's just not even close. I guess I would say the biggest one, and the whole like point that I've always wanted to do is play metalcore music with like a scene singer, a little bit prettier of a voice and a high octave like kind of range versus like the kind of metalcore guys. So that's kind of like what I've always wanted to do. And so a band like that I do like is like Wage War, kind of. So I would say probably like a Wage War is killing it right now, metalcore wise. I've never really listened to Bad Omens. My fiance loves them though.
Yeah,
and her
you
friends
should,
and
you
stuff
should
too,
check
yeah.
them out. Take it as like a personal recommendation.
For sure. Yeah, no, I mean, they were down the street from us multiple nights. And I mean, every person that would normally attend a secret show probably at their fucking show. So like maybe, yeah, I should check them the fuck out for sure.
It couldn't like if your girlfriend's recommendation isn't enough, then take it from me. Check
Yes.
out Bad Omens.
Beyonce.
For
Beyonce,
sure.
sorry,
They kinda,
sorry.
like, bring me
Congratulations.
a little bit of Bring Me ish.
Yeah,
A little.
definitely more so in their earlier stuff, but a lot of in how they transitioned,
Okay.
and which maybe explains why they're having such a moment right now.
Right. Yeah.
I think something that is actually directly correlated to what we do, maybe Wonder Years, Cartel. Both
Oh
of
my
those bands have new stuff.
Yeah, but
Hey,
so do those bands?
That's kind of me, bro. A little bit, right?
But do they inspire
No.
like anything secrets related?
Well, everything that I do that would be off the beaten path, like besides Cartel, like where I write interesting lyrics like that, Wade goes, I don't know, man. I think you could do better. And it's always like a conversation too. It's like
We need
Because-
one Rich
because
song
I-
in the next album. Like just let him run with it. Like just one track.
Oh no, he does that all the time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
He-
it's always like it's always like I have to assess the situation for a while. So like I'm telling you, dude, that line and falling out, it took what, like 6 months to fix, or 4 months or something,
Yeah.
until I finally retracked it. I was like, all right, I'll try something new.
Yeah.
And I was like so committed to this thing. I was like, it was offending me, a little bit, but like at the end I'd be like, no, we're good. He'd be like, I just know you could do better. Don't hate me. I'm like,
Just
no.
me too. And it's
Yeah.
not necessarily like
You're such a bully.
not
No,
necessarily-
this is
not that.
management. You have to, there has to be a manager.
it's the rest of the band / like producer kind of thing too. It was
Yeah.
it wasn't even really the line itself. It's just kind of how it came across, like singing wise too, and like where it was,
Yeah.
and, like the way it was phrased and like everything. But yeah, no, I mean, dude, is that not the fucking best song in the world? Like, why didn't that do better either? That should be on fucking Octane, man.
Listen,
know.
I'm sure we could have this discussion with every band about songs that didn't do better. Like it's almost like, even look at a Bad Omens. I can't tell you why that, like, the album's good, but like I listen to tons of good albums every year. I don't know why that's the one that took off. It's almost completely unpredictable. And that's with all due respect to the band.
Yeah. Their new record just took off really well. Is that what you're
like yes, they are emerging as a very big new artist right now. And I think for good reason, but like, similarly, we've reviewed a bunch of albums and we've sat there and gone, yeah, this is fucking incredible. This band's going to pop off. And then by next year they broke up. So it's like, it feels hard to predict.
Yeah.
Bro, you know why I'm the only original member? It's very easy to leave, dude. It's very easy to leave this life. And now
Yeah,
Wade's
understandably,
in here,
though, like I feel like you gave like a dozen reasons why, understandably, you might walk away at some point, right?
Yeah, but I mean,
Also, a reason too why names get ignored a bunch too is obviously, when you're juggling members and shit like that, like over and over time, and there's only one guy left too. Depending, I guess. I mean, I guess Ice Nine Kills is a direct opposite of that. They only have Spencer now, and they're fucking massive.
What's a direct?
It took them a long time, though, right?
It's a
I mean,
direct-
that band
yeah,
was what,
it's a
like
dir-
8 albums in?
They were submitting for our
Not that
headline
many.
until like 2016. So like,
yeah, it's a direct reason why you should not give up. Because I mean, you could look at Dance Gavin Dance too. That's a band that was around for, oh my God, has it been 15 years?
yeah.
Also a revolving door, for what it's worth.
Yeah, true. Very true.
Maybe the most revolving of doors.
And then
for a
then
while
suddenly
there.
they got it right, and we have a new genre called fucking Swan or whatever the
Swancore,
fuck.
yeah.
Yeah, Swancore. So like that band, like I was in high school just dreaming about playing shows and listening to them, and I was like, this is the coolest shit ever. I could never play this. This is awesome. And it's not like they changed how technical they were, but they just got something right and it worked.
So
Yeah.
no, well, hold on. No. I don't know that that's necessarily true. I feel like those bands found a niche and they really leaned into it. So circling back to like what bands inspire you, do you look at bands who maybe came up around the same time as you and try to, do you just keep bashing your head against the wall, or do you try and figure out how, like, what the formula is? Like, how much time is spent just saying, hey, if we write good songs, sooner or later it's going to fucking happen? And how much of it is, well, what is the marketing technique here? What is the specific type of rollout? Like, who do we need behind us to make this happen?
That's who, to be honest, I think it's always been and always will be about who's behind you, unless you're just the fucking worst musician of all time. And even in which case you can still get big. Like you can record a video on your phone and make a beat like in your own fucking room and then blow up like on TikTok in like a matter of like 48 hours or something like that. But like as far as like being in a band, I think it's always been about like your team for sure. And unless you just go dummy viral off of whatever else you're doing social media wise or whatever like that. But I think it's always been about like who's pulling for you and like having somebody absolutely gunning for you that has the connections and has the reach and things like that for sure. I think we pretty much just write. We've never written a song like with the intention of like hitting a genre or hitting a whatever. We just write music we like, right? And then it comes out and we go, oh shit, this is really good. And then we show like the immediate people around us. They're like, wow, this is really good. This is going to take off, blah, blah, blah. And then it's just from there, it's about the effort that's put in marketing and pushing and everything like that to get it in front of people. And I've never seen a single fucking Secrets ad in my entire life. So that's
except
like,
for
definitely
except
like
for on the Fragile Figures thing. But to,
for sure, I think.
yeah, to add on to his thing, there's only 2 times that I can remember where we decided, hey, I want this to be like another band, and it did not go well. Like when we went to write with Eric Ron, just randomly, we're like, hey, let's write a Pierce the Veil style song. Went horrible. And then we got our self-titled record off of it, which doesn't sound anything to me like Pierce the Veil. I mean, maybe there's comparison, but that when we wrote that entire record, that wasn't what we were trying to do. Like with every record that we do, we're kind of just fumbling through and being like, I like this. This sounds cool. That sounds bad. Connor changed this. Richard changed that. Wade.
So are you telling me that you kind of approach it like, here are the things I can control?
Yeah, exactly. I mean, like, we know that we, like, if the eyes are on us, we can deliver. You know what I mean? Like, we're gonna make something good out of the vocals that we can control, which
makes sense. But I imagine there has to be, okay, coming out of this album, you say that you're unhappy with its reception. There have to then be serious discussions about how to change that for the next album, right?
Yeah, and we've already been talking about it. Yeah.
I mean, like Wade specifically, I feel like you've mentioned the word rebrand a couple of times. Do you guys have something like, maybe not like crazy in mind, but what have those discussions looked like?
You're going to wear masks?
No, as far as just like re-pushing stuff to try and get more of an audience essentially. And again, it all just boils back to the team stuff for sure. And like finding a way to push it and like, you know, get it out there in front of people that aren't just our social media essentially and our fans already. It's like we need to reach a new audience and stuff like that. And that's kind of where the team comes in for sure.
Is your team hand selected, or are you handed a team by the label?
Hand selected.
Okay.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
It was.
Good. Yeah.
It was a bit. It wasn't nothing to do with the label.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. And I'm not trying to point fingers. I'm trying to gather insight into what I think is kind of like a really interesting aspect about like album rollouts that I maybe people don't fully understand. And that I find interesting outside of just like, you know, the songs and like, if they're good or not, which Secret songs are good. So really not an issue there.
Yeah. 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 I mean, I think that's just something that we'll always kind of be trying to figure out for sure. We've gone through multiple different teams, management, labels, things like that. And they all just kind of have different interests and, things they always kind of say they want to take you to the next level, but it's like, how much do they really want to take you to the next level? Can we see it like on paper and ads? Like again, it all boils down to it's like I saw so many fucking ads for different tours and stuff like when we were out on the road, and never once like did a Secrets ad like pop up for my friends, like me, whatever, like things like that. It's just like putting the money into marketing, album rollout, things like that. It just kind of it's something that we definitely need to figure out as far as team goes, like that and things like that, just to propel ourselves to the next level, because it's like we're always going to be able to reach our fans because they're right there in front of us on all of our socials and things like that. So it's just about finding the people that are going to put us on the right tours and put us in front of people, essentially, just like whether it be online or whether it be like at a show. So that's pretty much it. And I think that we just have never ever really got that. Like when everything that got us here was rolling out, it's like we had one music video. like for Rise Up, and that was it. It was like,
Yeah.
where, like, what else are we doing here? Like, why do we only have one video? Where was the budget? Like, what's this? And the album came out like at a weird time too, right before Christmas. I felt like people were more focused on our hot sauce than they were our album, as far as like pushing it. Which I
Yeah.
mean, secret sauce, it does have a ring to it, absolutely.
Oh,
Holy
such an
shit.
easy sell.
My God, like push the fucking album, dude. There's something to work with here. It's a follow up to the essential, like what I would say was kind of the peak of the band was Fragile Figures, and it's definitely frustrating when you believe so hard in your work and it's just the team goes, oh yeah, absolutely, it's gonna be great, this rollout's gonna be amazing, blah 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 blah, and then all of a sudden it just gets botched, and you're
I think that's the worst part is you spend all this time on something and then you have to deal with somebody else who's like just a gateway and they're like, well, we should do it this way, and you're like, no, we shouldn't, because we have a fucking idea of what we want to do. And Wade's the best at that. Like, he's always just fast with like, we need to do this, and he'll talk to me and be like, am I wrong for thinking this? Like, no, you're not. But I don't think that way, because I went through 2 records before he got into it, and everything was taken care of in a sense. And then we got into, when Wade joined the band, it was taken care of for about 6 months, and then it was like, all right, now you swim on your own.
That sounds frustrating on multiple levels.
it is
Yeah.
for sure. But yeah, so just finding the right team for sure has always been it's always been the struggle, absolutely, too. Not to say that any of these teams are bad or anything like that. It's just, I guess, really finding somebody who's like really, really believes in us, like the same way we believe in us, and the same way that we want to propel to the next level. They're constantly thinking about every single day, like, how can we get this band in front of like a new audience, more people? How do we get this band on the right tour? Like, the numbers are there as far as like attendance, things like that. Headliner numbers are there, all that shit's there. So it's like, let's just take it to the next level in some sort of way. And that's really just been the struggle for sure. And it's like, obviously we had a big chunk of time off, 2 years off or whatever. So it's like coming back from that's a little weird, whatever. But I mean, yeah, with the new stuff that we do, I think we're going to be very, very, very cautious about how we go about like putting it out, essentially, with everything, because a lot of shit has just been kind of DIY for a very long time, whether we're under a label or management or whatever. It's still very much like I come up with like an idea or whatever, or like we get a very small budget and I go, hey, let's do these music videos. Like, I've heard you guys talk about it on the podcast too, like we should put more of a budget into video, kind of a thing, which is absolutely true, absolutely. But at the same time too, when you're working with such a minimal budget, I think that it's always important to have a visual accompanied with the audio as well, because it's like, when, if you're in a room showing somebody a song or something like that, even if it's just like an audio track, they're just fucking staring at the screen listening, right? So you always want to have like a video accompanied with it. So like, I've shot videos for us. We've had like our friends like come in, and like Parasite was like literally in my fucking living room. We like crumbled up paper and shit, put it on the wall, tried to make it look like a cave, like all sorts of stuff like that. So really just yeah, getting budget for videos is huge too as well. I think we nailed like the collapse and falling out was pretty good. It looks pretty good visual wise, but yeah, I think we're going to be really, really cautious with the next rollout for sure. So,
and when you say cautious, I feel like what I'm hearing is like smart money management.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Slash just like who's doing it and like what our team is doing. And like, even before we like shoot the video or whatever, like, how are we going to roll this out? Like, how is this going to come out? What's the ad budget? Like, let's put this in front of everybody, instead of just like our immediate following, right? So just what are your intentions of doing secret singles and our album and whatever, and how are we going to get this in front of a larger audience, pretty much. I'd say
that all makes sense.
I think that's just been always kind of the the struggle, and it's like you think like here's the next team, they sound promising, blah blah blah. What are we gonna do? And then the song comes out, and it's just like sort of forgotten, except for like our immediate like fan base inside of like 2-3 months or whatever. So
yeah, all of us as individuals have gotten smarter about what we want, and then it's kind of crazy what will change when you deal with some sort of higher power like a label or something where they try and talk you into something. You're like, really? I don't know.
Yeah. It's like we're in our 30s now, you know. we're not 23 anymore, I guess.
We both look like less shredded Daughtries. All right, we know how to make decisions. Okay.
Yeah, we're both bald.
Please, if one of you could do like the little star in your beard, that would really put it over the top.
Wait,
Star?
Like in?
You don't remember Daughtry's like whole look? He had like a fucking star carved out in the side of his beard.
When's the last time you looked up Daughtry?
No. I'm
It's
not. I'm
been a
not
while.
talking. I'm not talking today. I'm talking like
Okay, I was gonna
the
say
Daughtry I
looks
remember in my
good.
mind.
Yeah.
I don't remember the star thing, but that's fucking hilarious.
It was like when
Maybe
he
we
was
should-
back on American Idol. It was a choice.
I'm going home. Yeah, that's one of our guiltiest pleasures of all time, dude, is Daughtry. We were actually listening to Daughtry
when we
full
crashed that van.
back. So
Finally, you told me your influence. We finally
Well,
got
when-
there.
it is.
when-
Yeah, you got it. Nailed it.
Yeah.
We just have a few more questions, but real quick, Marcos had like a grievance he wanted to file with you.
Don't do this.
No, man. Listen, I've been sitting on this for like 5 years, and I got to get this, off my chest. The only time I have ever been given a speeding ticket was the day that you guys released Incredible as a single. And I remember like it popped up on my release radar or whatever. I was listening to it for like,
First
I
down.
don't know, like 10 times to start the morning. And then on the way home from work, I'm blasting it and I'm just fucking lost in it, singing along, not realizing that I've gone way over the speed limit at a certain point.
Yeah.
I got pulled over. And honestly, I think you guys are the direct contribution for the downfall of my clean driving record. And I think
That's
that
We
I
can't
don't know.
start-
I feel like you guys have to apologize or something.
Pay
Yeah.
the ticket potentially.
You can't start a GoFundMe for that ticket, unfortunately.
It's long since been paid, but it's
Oh
fucking
wow.
burned a hole right in my wallet.
You know who makes me drive faster than I should?
Don't say
Is,
Daughtry, please.
Yeah.
And don't say
Uh,
Death Cab for Cutie because I feel like that we might have a problem.
Oh my god, that's melatonin, dude. But for some reason I can't fall asleep when I'm listening to it. I was gonna say oh my god. My brain is farting. Oh, Maylene. Maylene and the Sons of Disaster.
Okay, but
This
they
makes
came
me
back
wanna-
this year. Am I fucking nuts?
This makes me want to crack a beer and have a fucking Ford F-150 and just drive as fast as possible.
So your music has that same effect on Marcos, just so you're
The
aware.
same, man. At
There you
least
go.
Incredible.
That's crazy. That's a love song.
It's
It's high
a good
energy, though.
song.
It's high
Very
energy.
high. That chorus hits, man.
Yeah, that's one
I'm
word.
telling you.
That's the glory of that record. That's the positive one.
Come on, I just listened to it yesterday and before this podcast because I thought they would bring it up.
You thought
The
we would
whole
bring up
record's
Incredible?
No, the entire album. I thought that whole album was good.
Bro,
Let's
you
do it again.
prepared for this interview? I'd love to hear that.
A little bit. I mean,
Actually, like the past couple days, like really fun podcast ahead of us. Really good time. Here we go.
yeah.
And,
we're
that, and
excited.
now you
Dude,
guys are
hey,
bummed.
Yo, I gotta actually
not joking.
The way to start off the new year.
I'm not. Yeah, he's not joking. I gotta compliment you guys. You guys have done really well, and I like what you're doing.
Appreciate
I think
it.
it's awesome,
Thank
dude.
you.
It's pretty fucking cool. You guys are, I don't know, passionate about the scene.
Yeah.
Which is really important. And you guys don't say anything that you don't mean.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I
Yeah.
do understand. And then
Yeah.
and sometimes that gets us in trouble. But yes, I
It doesn't get you in
appreciate
trouble.
that.
Yeah,
And then
but-
like you guys don't understand that like I've been listening to Secrets for 10 years. So like
Yeah.
these are little dreams come true every time we get to do one of
Yeah.
these.
Well, I do understand that, and that's why you guys are so awesome because you guys have been following like just everything is cool. And those guys, whoever those girls, guys, they, them, whatever, they're jerks. Fuck them.
What? Anyone that's ever disagreed with us?
You're doing a good job.
No, he said he was trying. He like sometimes it gets him in trouble. I've been trying to stay out of fucking trouble this whole podcast.
I think you're doing an okay job.
Dude, am I gonna be in trouble?
Richard was like, "What is this coming out? 6 months?" Or like,
oh shit.
Yeah, no, he's a funny guy. Yeah, no, dude, you guys kill it. I've listened to just about every podcast where you guys talk about us because I want to hear what you guys have to say when we put something out for sure.
We are super vain.
No.
I get it, man.
If anybody talked about me on a podcast, I'd listen to. So
I feel like that's a good quality to have.
It's just I care about what you guys think for sure. Absolutely. As like
you
said, you've been fans for a long time. So it's like obviously we've evolved since you've started being a fan. So it's like we don't want to like, stray away from that and always stay to our kind of core essentially. I think as long as Richard is in a song, I think we'll always have the core of Secrets for sure, which is very important to have those big
I think that's
I mean, listening to the collapse, it's funny because now that's Secrets to me, right? Like not that it negates the rest of the discography, but I think you guys did a really good job. And I know you said that you kind of went into it with a more an approach to make it more cohesive, and I think you guys succeeded in that. And now I close my eyes and I'm like, yeah, well, the collapse, that's Secrets to me.
Yeah, good.
Yeah, I prepped for this interview too, but it was like, well, yeah, I'm going to listen to the collapse. Like that's what I want to talk about.
Yep.
For sure. And I think
talk about it.
Kind of been all over the place.
No, let's start this interview.
Sorry, wait.
Well, I caught a fish in Connecticut.
It was a good story.
Yeah, so random. The story didn't get any better than that either. But yeah, I think Secrets has always kind of been like all over the place in a way. It's like The Ascent was like kind of heavy, and then Fragile Figures was kind of like back and forth, and everything that got us here was like, here's this kind of song, here's this style of song, here's this song, and then the self-titled was us experimenting for the very first time, writing music like on our own. Because up until that point, like it was all Tom Denny, like writing a good chunk of pretty much everything. And then the singers would just come in and kind of sing on stuff. And the self-titled, we locked ourselves in a studio for like a month or so and just wrote a record ourselves and came out with the songs that we liked and things like that. And now we know how that process goes. And I would say the kickstart of like Secrets kind of came from those singles, those My Mind, Myself, and I, Come Down, Iron Hearted, things like that. That's when we kind of really felt like we established like, all right, this is going to be the process kind of from now on. And it's good because it's accenting the talents of both Richard and myself now too. It's not so much anymore like a trade-off thing. Like we'll do things together. I'll back them up like screaming in choruses and things like that. Or we'll trade off lines and things like that versus like, all right, this is your chorus. This is my part. This is this, blah, blah, blah. Instead of, doing that. So I think we're at a really good place now. I think the band is the best it's definitely ever been. And maybe I'm biased, but
no, you did sum it up well. And it's how I felt coming into this. And it's why I didn't go back and listen to any other album. I was like, it's not like that I don't like the last two albums prior to this one, but the collapse definitely sounds like a much more like cohesive vision than the last two albums did.
For sure.
And I'm glad that you kind of spelled it out for me and I never had to say it.
Yeah, no, absolutely. It's kind of, I think we've always sort of felt that way and just tried to get away from that because I mean, you go back to like self-titled and it's like there's 5 years on that song and then there's Chemical Reaction and it's like, holy fuck, what is this band? Like
I love that song.
Right. Not that I hate Range, but maybe it didn't all come together in the way that I would like hope it would. All right, listen, we got two final questions. First one, every single fan who I asked to give us a question just wanted to know a secret. So if you feel like divulging anything right now, by all means.
Oh, it's just like, when will that end?
Yeah, that's what I assumed. Like, I should have known better. Like I started seeing this coming up, and I'm like, that's a funny joke. And then I got it like 46 more times, and I'm like, okay, yeah, all right, I get it.
Yeah,
a secret.
I
don't keep many of those these days. I feel like kind of have to
Wait, is the name
shout
Secrets?
out how I'm feeling.
Is the name Secrets based on the fact that you guys all had a secret?
I guess Sherman said it was like about the way that we formed the band behind another band or something.
Yeah.
Oh, like behind their back?
Yeah, behind their backs.
This is a good secret. I like the secret.
Oh yeah, he said it was a City Serene.
It was the big fire.
Yeah, we had named it in Pensacola, but from my understanding, all I remember it was us just talking about, like, just spouting out different names, and Secrets came up, and I was like, "Well, that sounds cool," and I was like, "Well, maybe it's not cool," and then our manager at the time, Billy, was like, "Nah, dude, that's cool." And then it was really hard to Google.
For sure, it's a good one where it rings.
Yeah, I mean, we could be Microwave.
Yeah.
Also,
hey, listen.
Also a decent band.
That's right, to their credit.
That's a good band.
I'm gonna let Marcos ask the last question.
Guys, what is the state of the scene?
Oh, it's looking good.
Okay, shit.
Right now?
Yeah. Okay.
I would say it's a huge like resurgence. Absolutely.
Oh yeah, we got Spirit Box being the heavier Evanescence, like putting us on the radio. We got, I don't know what the hell Data Remember's doing, but
you're doing an acoustic tour last time I checked. So not being heavy. But Spirit Box is making up the difference.
Yeah, I think that more than Spirit Box, the scene is reaching just new levels.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Every day, like, people, it's not as niche as it should be, like as it used to be. I mean, but
as we're all used to,
it's cool to see the growth over 10 years. It's pretty awesome to, roll into a random town and be like, "You that guy from that band Secrets?" Like, no, you got the wrong.
What the fuck?
I'm just a fisherman. You got me confused.
But I was living in Lancaster, Pennsylvania.
No,
and that's where you picked up your newfound accent?
Yeah, no, yeah, granted it. Like that, if somebody in Lancaster knows who I am at a Wawa, we're not doing so bad, right?
Yeah,
I take it. I mean, I hate when anyone has ever recognized me, but I would take it.
Oh, I hate it too. What are you gonna say about it, Wade?
Yeah, I think it's better than ever for sure. I mean, dude, I just went to the Pierce of Vale, like 3 sold out shows in a row on New Year's Eve or whatever. Insane. That band is resurged. They're bigger than most freaking radio bands attendance wise, like that have played at most of those places and things like that. I mean, Bring the Horizon's absolutely killing it. He said, Spirit Box is basically like the Evanescence of like our generation. They're just killing it. It's really cool to just see like our music kind of submerging into like almost a mainstream kind of area to where we're getting a much bigger audience than we would have, just being like a Warped Tour band or whatever, like 10 years ago or whatever. So now it's, I would say the state is like 10 out of 10 right now and only going up from there for sure.
And I would also add, don't get it twisted, because everybody within this genre, like, they still listen to this genre. It's like there was something that brought them into this, and that's why we play the music that we play, at least the true ones. Like, there's always something that
real ones listen to metalcore is such a fantastic quote.
That is so yeah,
somebody said that?
Yeah, no, I verbalized it for you. You were getting there. You were getting there.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's like we all listen to Under Oath. Okay.
Yeah, I mean, we heard exactly. Yeah. We heard a certain band, whether it was Under Oath, whether it was like, it doesn't even matter, Silverstein or something like that, that put us in the place that we're in. And if you're a true fan, you can't get out of it. And I cannot get out of it. I keep playing it. We keep writing records within this realm. Maybe we're trying to change it a little bit, or staying the same. It doesn't matter. I mean, ultimately, we do love it. So what the fuck are we doing, huh?
Yeah.
If it's not growing, if it's not growing, we're not growing.
Precisely. All right, listen, thank you guys for coming on. Wade, Rich of Secrets, The Collapse, out now everywhere, streaming now. Listen to that shit. It's good. Thank you guys. We appreciate it.
Appreciate you guys.
Cheers, guys.
Awesome.
Much
Have a good one.
Pleasure.